All right, things are going to get intense, and I don't mean like, global kind of crazy stuff like the past. I'm talking about it's going to go into much deeper level into the unseen world that's going on. I'm going to share with you what that is. You can't see it. I'm going to tell you what it is because it's going to get really intense. Get ready for it. This is good stuff, but you better be prepared for it. Because we are shifting mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychically, and that's the most powerful space, the unseen space. So get ready for it. It's going to get intense. I'm going to tell you why. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. All right, so those of you who are impatient, guess what? I'm impatient too. That's why we have video chapters, my friend. Go in the description and you can see the subjects that I talk about and you can fast forward, but you're going to miss out on some valuable information. There's a reason why I explain things. It's not like we are going into Stage 1. That is, full disclosure, is the public, not the government. It's never been the government's. Full disclosure is all these people, light workers coming out. There's too many of us disclosing. Finally, other people are saying, there might be something to this. We got a lot of people disclosing. That's real disclosure because these people don't benefit at all from disclosing all these things that go on. And I'm not just talking about UFOs or all that other stuff. I'm talking about non-human intelligence. The second step, this is my other video, second step is it's being seen. It's coming to the forefront. Orbs are showing up, beings are showing up, regular people who don't even believe in this stuff are going, what was that? Or they have a thought and something shows up, and all of a sudden our psychic abilities, it's just what we are expanding into a space we don't understand, and it's happening physically in our faces. It's actually just being seen by us. It's always there. That's happening more and more. It's going to be undisputable. That's number 2. Number 3 is that now people understanding it will stop being afraid of it, because too much of it's happening and we're getting too many messages saying this is really good stuff. We are here. We love you. We're protecting you. We can't interfere with you until you grow up, and then we can step in and assist. It's our game. People are going to absolutely start using this and say, wait a second, I am doing this. That thought really did create something. So now they're going to use it instead of going, hey, what's, Joe Blow on this channel telling me what's going to happen in my future? Oh, what arguments are they having on Capitol Hill with all these whistleblowers? Nobody gives a crap, right? We're saying, I'm having way too much fun manifesting, calling in orbs. Nikki and I are calling in orbs. Well, she's calling in orbs. She's teaching me how to call in orbs. We got that class coming out here shortly. We're going to show you how to use it. We're going to show you, along with everybody else out there, how are we doing this? How am I communicating with a force that things manifest? I'm getting out of the way. The veils are dropping. That's what's happening. You happy now, you impatient people out there? Hey, listen, I get it. Video chapters down in the description. Just hit what you're interested in. You can skip forward to it. All right, so what are we going to do about today? First of all, I hope you'll subscribe. All the channels out there that have been there out a very long time like mine are losing subscribers like crazy because the algorithms on YouTube change. I need your help. I need you, community. And so if you subscribe and you share your videos, my videos with people, and they like it, if they like it, I hope they'll subscribe. Don't just watch. We need those subscribers to let YouTube know that these subject matters are wanted. All right? Go down in the description, free stuff, digital explorers. You can create planet conscious businesses from scratch. No background needed in anything. Come on over. We're changing the world. Why is it going to get intense? Well, step number 4 from that last video I did is that the lower frequencies will battle to keep control because they don't get it. And when you're not connected to a high frequency, when you're not in love and light, and you don't have the, I can't do this, and they're evil, and I can't love anybody in the military. I'm like, really? I know a lot of people in the military that are just amazing, enlightened beings. We must stop this hatred. We must stop this separation. We don't need to approve, but if you stay in there, you cannot access what I'm talking about. That is going to get intense with the lower frequencies. You'll be in there with them. You'll be in there name calling, they're this, they're that. Who's doing what? People are asking me these questions about stuff I've never even heard of. I don't care. I am focused on creating that which is best and highest. You cannot go into that realm. You're in it. You cannot communicate with. You're speaking different languages. That's how it works. How do you speak the language? You have to get rid of the language that's stopping you from communicating. And that is the chatter. That's the low frequency. Judgment, separation, yeah? Beliefs, limiting, that's it. Get rid of all those. Yeah, not so easy, is it? That's the challenge. You cannot make a mistake. You cannot make a mistake, but those in lower frequencies will tell you you are. They will tell you that these guys are wrong and we're right, and here's why you should hate them. So they're going to push you to say there is good, bad, right, wrong, and you're saying, well, there is. Well, yes, technically, in the physical world, we separate those, but it's not the same for everybody, right? So if there was one ultimate right or wrong, everybody would know what those are. And if we knew, we'd have a peaceful world because we wouldn't do the things that are bad, right? But somebody thinks that blasting, a city and killing people is right. That has to end. All right, we know what lower frequency is. It's conflict, separation, hate. It is you're wrong, naming people you're not okay. Everyone's okay. So the intensity is going to dial up because as long as people are in the power positions in the material world and they care about that power and control over others, the more empowered you become with that unseen, intelligent world, they have no power over it. Zero. Right? We can go against each other physically. You could take me out in, 2 seconds if you're out there with a, laser. I hope it be fast. That's all I can say. But you have no power over me in that ultimate unseen world, which we are a part of already. This is what powers these bodies. So you could take me out physically, but I'm still even more powerful because we're eternal. That's a little scary. And so what do they want to do? Well, they're playing the game. So if they eliminate us on some level, keep us silent, keep us over here working our butts off, keep us stressed out and sick, then they sort of push us into the closet so that they can control the game, the material world. We're not playing that game anymore. You and I are 4.0, 5.0 now. What does that mean? We are the advanced players. The advanced players, and this is going to get really intense, can do things with their minds on the high frequency, never out of control, doing things that you want out of your ego. You can try it, but you can't infringe on free will, so you can sit there and do all you want. Here's what happens. Be careful with this. It's going to get intense also with people who are still in ego that think that they're in light and they're going to change and control somebody. It comes back on you, and it's not good. It's not going to be good. Very unpleasant. So everything you're thinking and doing in this realm, whatever frequency you're on, is happening to you because you are not separate from it. It's not, oh, it happens to them and it comes back to you. It's happening to you, happening to you, happening to you. Does this make sense? Because we're one and there's no separation. So if you do it to somebody else, you're doing it to yourself. So you will suffer the results of that. A little scary, isn't it? Like, oops, maybe I shouldn't have those bad thoughts about somebody because you're actually doing it to you. And then you wonder why your life is screwed up. It's not a punishment. You're doing it. Now, there are lessons to be learned. Why am I ill? Why am I late? I'm a good person, all this stuff. Well, maybe there's something else going on. You need to think about it. Sit and say, you know what is going on? Is there a thought? Is there a belief? Did something happen? Am I internalizing something? Very good chance that that is probably what's going on. And then there are things that we can't know any of this for sure, right? Some people come here to experience that because they want to overcome things. Everything here is can I come here unconscious and find my way back into consciousness? It's not like, oh, we are all doomed, sinners, and oh, we're bad and we have to get up to the... That's not it at all. We're all light. We're all already there. We've been there. That's what we are. We're here to see if we can, in the densest of creation of this game, get back into that. It's not a good or bad. So if you never make it, you're fine. Because you essentially are the cannot be destroyed, ultimate unconditional love that creates and is everything. There's no separation, including the evil you think is evil. It's just a frequency. It's just an experience, not to be judged because it's the one doing it. What is this like? What's it like to hate? And there are players that agree to experience that too. What's it like to be a victim? What's it like? What's it like? Well, now we're finding out. So it's going to get intense. So the lower frequencies don't like to lose control of the physical world, so they're going to continue to try and use the physical world to gain that power back on their level. I'm not talking about doing good things in the physical world. I'm talking about doing the things that are harmful to others. But that works against them. And you're going to see it more, and it's going to really come back. It's going to really come back to them. And it's going to be so obvious. And it's going to get very intense. And so they're going to try other ways to discredit. I told you this in the last video. Discredit. You're going to see good people. There will be stuff put out there that they're the dark side. And I'm like, really? I told you about Dorothy Izatt, or whatever. I'll put her name up here. She films those light beams. She's been doing it for decades, and they're angelic, and they talk to her and tell her, we're here. We want you to know we're here, and we love you. We're looking after you. That's all the message they have to say is we're here. We're just letting you know we're here. And you're going to see that more and more and more. And that's the step 2 is it's becoming in your face, right? Physically in our faces. Because we're always like, I can't see it, right? So what's going to happen is people will discredit people like that. Even though she has physical proof, they'll still come up with it's manipulated, it's made up, it's AI or whatever. They're going to make crap up. And then there are those who will use AI to show things that are not real. So what are you going to do? You got to go right in here and say, I just don't believe it. So you're calling somebody bad? I don't believe it. It's just somebody experiencing craziness. And so for me to go into the craziness is fortifying it. So this is going to get intense because you're going to be tempted big time. And this is all a psychological, spiritual, and I don't want to say war. It's not a war. It's actually the opposite. It's just a shift. Now I told you we're going into the golden era. It can't be stopped. It's already happening. We're going into it. But if you're not feeling that, if you don't believe it, or it doesn't make sense to you, you're probably still in this limiting self-sabotage world that this is how it is because it's pretty nasty out there. You can't imagine it being anything else, or that you were anything else. It's tough to get out of that programming. All right, so the intensity is going to be in the unseen world that you're going to actually use to create things that'll blow your mind. What's that opportunity you want to show up? Well, you can't be acting this way and expect that to show up. So digital explorers, I tell people, I said, you know what? If we're earning money doing good things in a spiritual space where we are looking after our health and well-being. We're changing our lives. We're creating businesses to change other lives. If you're not living like that, then you are contributing to the program that has been there forever. And you're going to limit yourself. So that opportunity will never show up because you're still fueling this other world that's harming people. What are you doing for a living? That's why I launched digitalexplorers.net. I'm like, we got to stop this. I was an investment banker. We have to stop this. And I can't keep fueling it and funding companies that are destroying our planet. I can't do it anymore. So I quit over a decade ago. Sometimes you have to make decisions in your life that are going to seem uncomfortable, and then when you do it, you realize, holy cow, this is where I'm supposed to be. What was it I was afraid of? Hanging on to that world? Contributing? I have to stay here. I have work. I don't have time. Baloney. Baloney. So get ready. It's going to happen a lot of different ways. By the way, these plane crashes and things that are happening, our planet has shifted. The poles are actually shifting. That's a fact. There's been some activity there. We've had major flares. Did we sort of forget about that? That was going on all in 2024. We're still having them. We're still here. The internet's still here. We're still functioning. There's still banks. That stuff will change at some point, but we have all these cataclysmic events we talk about. That's not it. That's not what it's going to be. So the shift is happening. So the communication systems in the unseen world, including planes and other things that come into play, that it's planetary changes and that are going to affect everything that relies on that world. Communication systems. I have to keep laser focused on the reality that exists, that is the golden era of beautiful, positive, unconditional love and change toward that which is highest and best for all. Serving others. Because serving others is serving self. It isn't like I serve you and then you serve me, although in the physical world that's how it works. When I serve you, it's happening in the unseen world that I just served myself. So when you want to go into the space, you want the opportunities, you want the higher paying job, you want the happier relationship, you want to get out of a situation that's not good, you have to focus on that which is best and highest and ask for the help. Then you can get it, because now you're connecting to that reality. That's all you're doing. It's not granting you because it thinks you're good enough, or please, and you're still here thinking this, and it's so. No, step into it. Know it is done. We got to start thinking this way, peeps. All right? So, come on over to digitalexplorers.net if you're entrepreneurial and you want to explore doing something. Be a coach. We have coaches and mediums and artists and people helping kids in the education system, and you name it. It's all over the board. We have creators going to create YouTube channels for lifestyle. Anything you want, I'll help you to put it together, create it, because when you are operating in passion and inspiration, you're on a super high frequency, because passion is always in a giving state, right? Well, I take that back. Passion could be something bad too. But I'm passionate about something that makes me feel really good, high level frequency passion. It changes the world. Just that alone changes the world. So focus on that every day. I don't care if it's a hobby or helping people or reading a great book, meditating. So go into that space, open up, you'll start to receive all these things. Maybe you'll start to see orbs. But it's going to get intense, so stop watching it. Do not watch it, do not fuel it, do not believe it, do not get caught up, and stay out of the arguments that you guys are arguing or complaining. You're either changing or complaining, right? Complaining is what's out there. I don't like it. Ego, blah, blah. Talk to the hand. Shut your pie hole. I don't have time for it. Do you? Okay, buckle up. I'm going to talk more about this, because you're going to start to see it happen more and more and realize, holy cow, it's rampant. And people will disguise themselves as the good guys, and some of them think they are, but they don't realize they're still playing the planet game, the matrix game, fighting over disclosure. That's still low level frequency. It is, because that's the material world. We're out here creating. It's like, your piece of paper means nothing to me. I know. I don't need to prove it, and I don't need you to tell me, debunk anything. You ready? This is going to be really cool, because we are going to see some great stuff happening here. You're whole and perfect. And by the way, be patient. I know I'm not a patient person either. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy blessings to you, my friend. Namaste. So those of you who want to make some major changes in your life, I've been testing every single product I can that doesn't come in plastic, that is non-toxic, vegan, that you can use to clean up your body, your life, and contribute in a way that tells our manufacturers and everybody out there, we don't want your toxic stuff. It's up to you. So if you go in the description, I have discounts for things you can purchase that you might be interested in, that is super healthy and actually cheaper. And also, there are things that you could sign up for free. Free inspiration if you want to clean up this. And also, Digital Explorers explains why online businesses are so screwed up and so many people fail, and they keep putting money in the slot machine and wondering why it's not working. We're changing all that. If you're interested in that, Digital Explorers, it says New Start. Click and go into my email list, and you can learn more about it, see if it's for you. It's up to us to do our part. Thanks so much for listening.